Hello and welcome to the Dad's Count Initiative. If you've ever visited the blog before, I hope one of the things that was very apparent was that I'm trying to develop a series of tools and resources for men as we try to become more effective fathers, as we engage in the lives of our children, and sometimes in some cases actually re-engage in the lives of our children. I talk a lot about intentional parenting because I think it's critical today, and one of the most important aspects of intentional parenting is really our roles as leaders in the development of our children's faith journey. Why is that so important? Well, if you really think about it, faith and the development of faith is really the foundation for all of those heart-to-heart discussions that you're going to have and all of those character-building activities that you're going to engage in an effort to help your children make good decisions and avoid the wrong decisions. Why do we do this? Well, as guys, it's really simple. We're trying to give them guideposts so that when the time comes and we're no longer there, they'll know what to do. Interestingly enough, it's probably your most important calling as a man because it's something that you're uniquely qualified for, it's something that you're equipped for, and it's something that you're designed to do. Because like it or not, guys, we're always on stage. Our children are always looking at us and trying to understand, what does it really mean to become a man? What does it really mean to become a caring, loving father? No one else can answer that question for them except for you, and that's carried out in your day-to-day activities. So let's really talk about 4 different things. Number 1, the way you live your life right now, is it reflective of your faith? Number 2, the priorities that you establish for your family, are they faith-based, or are they more based on the latest trends and social phenomenons out there from society? Because quite honestly, most of those are not going to lead down the right path, and they're not going to have you end up where you thought you'd be. Number 3, what are you willing to defend? What are you willing to stand up for and draw a line in the sand and say, kiddos, this is right and this is wrong. And more importantly, here's why. Let's discuss it so you can understand it. And then finally, number 4, when you're called on, are you willing to model forgiveness? All of these are elements of our faith life, and I know many of us are on different paths and different points along those paths. It doesn't matter. Ideally, we're all trying to get to the same place. And our children, because they're watching us, they expect certain things of us, and they can spot hypocrisy faster than anyone else out there because they see it day in, day out, and they're actively watching and trying to learn from you. So guys, remember, the actions that you engage in, the words that you use, the things that you talk about, the priorities that you set, the things that you're willing to fight for, all of this has to do with your faith, all of this has to do with character building, and all of it effectively has to do with who you are as a man and a father. And I hope you'll embrace that role because once again, you're uniquely qualified to do so. Guys, you're not alone. Regardless of the size of the challenge, regardless of how small or how big it is, faith helps you to understand you're never here alone. And that's why it's so important. In fact, I think it's critical that you have those discussions with your kiddos. And my kids are teenagers now, and I hope that what I've done over the last few years is I've kind of given them a sense of right and wrong and the importance of making good decisions early. Guys, if you like what you heard here, do me a favor, help me get the word out. If you're on Facebook, like the Dad's Count Initiatives page. If you enjoyed Twitter, our handle is @DadsCount. But most importantly, encourage your friends to come back to the blog often. The blog is www.dadscount.com. That's where I post a lot of articles and tips and perspectives on things. You'll see more videos like this coming out soon. So again, I really appreciate your help, and I want to thank you for your time. And above all, they're watching you, and it's important. So remember, guys, dads count.